Hey guys, welcome back. Good evening, everyone. There you go. There I am. What's up, folks? How are you? Motivation one on one. You're the unrestricted. Hey, by the way, guys, I gotta get in. Let me see. I will be hanging out with the members of my Patreon in our voice chat. There you go. Can you guys hear me? Hello, folks. Welcome back. There you go. If any of you wants to interact with me or ask me anything, okay, feel free to do so. And you're live, so you cannot be shy. Hello, guys. Jasmine from Atlanta. Hello. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you want me to go over. And we have a lot to talk about today, guys. Yep. Yeah. Today we had a massive profit taking day, and now the question is a red day that we saw today the beginning of something bearish? We'll talk about that. Yep. Hello from St. Louis. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I am in the beautiful city of Charlotte in North Carolina. Hello from Illinois. Stacy Mary 16. Would love to hear about Apple and Amazon. We'll go over those stocks, sure. UNH, Bull, APLD, Uber. Awesome. Glenda, in Charlotte. Are you coming to our in-person meeting? We are getting together here in Charlotte on this upcoming Friday. Yeah, 3 blocks away from my place. And speaking of meetings, guys, and I want to start the stream saying this. Take a look at this. What a beautiful picture. This was our in-person meeting last Saturday in New York, in the financial district. Take a look. A lot of people, some people had actually left when we took this picture. We were almost 40 people, guys. This was a great experience. We talked about trading, investing, options, degeneracy. Yeah, so this was a 2.5 hour meeting or seminar. And once the meeting ended, we ended up going to a bar. Yeah.
That's a very handsome group.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, bro? How are you? Welcome,
I'm
bro.
doing well. Thank you.
Awesome. There's my friend Gorilla with glasses, better known as Dan. Yeah. This was a great experience. A lot of people showed up. And take a look at this picture, guys. This upcoming Friday, we're getting together here in Charlotte, in North Carolina. And in late August, I think, I still need to confirm that, but it's likely happening. I am headed to Boston. And these meetings are for free, so anyone can show up. And this is a great opportunity so you guys can know each other, stay in touch, because trading and investing, guys, could be a bit, it is some way, somehow, a lonely endeavor. And if you can, do it with someone else in person, it gets way better, right? So yeah, this was a great meeting. And now next week I will be sharing the pictures of our meeting here in Charlotte. And if any of you guys is near Charlotte, or you live in Charlotte and you want to come to the meeting, Glenn is planning to come. Awesome. So I guess that I will see you on Friday. Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, guys. So let's talk about what is going on in the markets again, guys. I am in the voice chat of our Discord. Not many people there. Juan, me, and Gorilla. So Juan, if you want to ask something or say hello to the group, please feel free to do so. And we'll talk about what is going on here. Take a look at the closing of the indices. I'm not going to say that today we had a super red day across the board, but the breadth, guys, today's was ugly. So take a look. Russell 2000 went down today almost 2%. The Nasdaq went up 0.18%. The S&P 500 went down 0.40%, and the Dow Jones went down 0.98%, or 436 points. So I want to show you something. Take a look at the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. Let me pull this up. Sectors, take a look. What a horrible day. Technology. Tech was the only sector that was able to close today's trading session in positive territory, up 0.89%. But other than tech, look, the other 10 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500 closed in negative territory, and most of them closed down more than 1%. It was ugly. And check this out, guys. Look, S&P 500, today we had 454 stocks going down and only 49 stocks going up. Let's go see what happened in the Russell 2000. 1,778 stocks going down and 211 stocks going up. And Nasdaq 100, 74 stocks going down and 27 stocks going up. When we have this kind of very negative breadth, or this kind of negative breadth, guys, you cannot trade stocks based on the analysis of an individual stock alone, isolated. Why is it? Because when most stocks are going down relative to the stocks that are going up, most stocks out there are simply tracking the S&P 500. Did you know that? This is something that I have been telling the members of my Patreon in Spanish. I have 2 patrons as of now, guys, one in Spanish and the other one in English. In the case of the members of my Patreon in Spanish, I have been preaching this information since like 4 years and a half ago. And with our recently started Patreon in English, I am highlighting this on a daily basis. So when you guys see that most stocks out there are going down, most stocks are simply tracking the S&P 500. So you cannot plan a trade, or you cannot think about starting a trade without keeping an eye on the S&P 500, on the SPY. Speaking of which, take a look, guys. Let me show you the information that I shared with you guys today. So this is the Discord server of Chrisane, and you guys know that we work with a pivot, which is a level above which the bulls are potentially in control of the tape, and below which the bears are in control of the tape. So what happened here today, guys? Take a look. Good morning, guys. I know this is Friday, my bad. No, I went to okay, let me scroll down here. Look, so today, good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday for y'all. This information was posted at 7:43 a.m. I told you then at 9:21 a.m. that our pivot was $625.25. Keep an eye on this, guys. This is important. Okay, I want to show you. I want to highlight two important facts here, guys. So I said earlier on today, before the session opened, that our pivot was going to be $625.25. Okay. I said then, so while the bulls remain above that level, they can go into infinity and beyond. Then what happened, guys? Take a look. 10 a.m. Let's reconcile that information with the 1 day, 1 minute chart of the SPY. This is interesting, guys. Take a look at the level at which the SPY opened the trading session at today. $627. We opened the session. The SPY started to pull back, and take a look at the level at which the SPY found support at initially. We had like 1, 2, 3 intraday bounces. Let's just put it that way, and take a look at the first spot at which the SPY was able to bounce today from $627, pretty much $628, which was the market open today for the SPY, down to $625.25. Take a look at this. And we saw a bounce from $625.25 up to $626.42. And this is a trade that I called out, guys. Take a look. I said at 9:38 a.m. or 10 a.m. I said $625.25 is a potential level for a bounce. If broken to the downside, the tape could turn bearish, and it did turn bearish once this level was broken to the downside. This was our pivot today, guys. What happened? Take a look. The SPY pulled back, found support at 626.25, and we have the first decent intraday bounce of the day, as you guys can see over here. Some of you guys followed this trade and made some money out of it. And take a look at how, guys, the tape turned bearish as soon as this level was broken to the downside. This white line that you guys are seeing here is the 5-day moving average. It acted as support once. It was broken to the downside into the closing bell, and then look at this. It gave rise to some sort of a bounce, and then it was broken to the downside. As of now, the SPY is trading at $621.26. It was an ugly day, and we'll review the 4-hour chart in just a second. I warned the members of my Patreon about this, guys. So this is my server. Look, today we got an unusual put options alert on the SPY. Take a look at this, guys. Last Friday, someone invested, an institution, of course, $3.4 million on SPY puts expiring on September 19th with a strike of $600. This unusual put option alert was posted today on my Discord. And did this alert work out, guys? Take a look. The SPY is after hours. Let me see. And taking into account the market open, it is down 1.10%. It did work out. And the pivot that I told you guys about on both servers, Chris's and mine, at $625.25 ended up providing a short-term trade here to the upside in the case of the SPY. If we pull up here a 4-hour chart of the SPY, what do we see here, guys? Not really much. The fact that the 5-day moving average was broken to the downside, this white line that I am pointing out with my mouse, that implies that in minor time frames, sellers have started to show up here. But if the SPY keeps going down, and by the way, guys, tomorrow we have the PPI data report coming out. That's the producer price index. So today we had the core CPI, which came out softer than expected today, or lighter than expected earlier than today, but the report was already priced in because we ended up pulling back. So since they took profit today, despite the fact that the CPI was supposedly positive, we can make a case, and I don't know if you have any thoughts about this, Dan, that since the CPI came out lighter than expected, the PPI could follow suit tomorrow. What do you think?
Not sure. Generally speaking, we look for PPI to lead CPI and not the other way around.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that the PPI could provide some sort of surprise for the markets, despite the fact that the CPI came out lighter than expected?
I think it's really hard to handicap PPI. Basically, PPI at its base level is what wholesalers are paying.
Correct.
So if we see that number go up, that would be additional confirmation that tariffs are making their way into the inflation pipeline. I think best case for PPI is you get something that's near expectations, and it's just like, oh, okay, there really isn't any more inflation in the pipeline than we thought.
Gotcha. So, if the report happens, and of course, guys, we're not gonna have a macro discussion here, a too deep macro discussion here. But if the report happens to come out lighter than expected, as the CPI did, maybe tomorrow we can have a pre-market bounce, or maybe I don't know. The markets could be maybe anticipating a PPI that could come out, maybe hotter than expected, right? Because
I agree. I think though that the rise in yields today had more to do with the news about Nvidia than the news about inflation.
Yeah, the bonds market didn't believe the CPI data report. We had yields going up until T got annihilated, as long with the IWM, right? So yeah,
right.
Tomorrow pre-market, guys, is gonna be an interesting one. It might be interesting, yeah, because and of course we're not gonna dig into a macro discussion here, but if the report comes out softer than expected, maybe we could see some sort of pre-market bounce. Then we'll see the bounce could end up being, sold. But if that PPI maybe, provides a surprise to the upside, maybe that could be an excuse for the SPY to pull back down further, right? So as of now, guys, today's close, and as I was saying, below the 5 DMA, the 5-day moving average in white, as you guys can see here, is not a good one. Okay, that implies that sellers are starting to step in here. But I would not turn bearish here, and maybe this is the beginning of some sort of tiny correction in the markets and stuff like that. Hopefully, that could be the case, because these kind of narrow ranging trading sessions are very tough sessions, guys, to trade. But 600. Say that tomorrow we gap down, guys, for whatever reason, because of the PPI or for whatever reason. Okay, I would be expecting that the SPY could be bouncing back up from $617.40. We can round it up, 618. This is a previous support back from early July. Say that this support is broken to the downside. What would be the last line of defense for the bulls in minor timeframes? That would be, in my opinion, the 20-day moving average at $614, which is a level that is pretty much coinciding with the former all-time highs that was taken out a few weeks ago. So say that the SPY gaps down tomorrow, I would be curious about a potential bounce near $618. Say that $618 breaks to the downside. I would be interested potentially in maybe playing a bounce here at $613.50. We can round it up, $614. If 614 breaks to the downside and we close one or two trading sessions below that level, I think that we might be looking at $600. That, by the way, guys, look, happens to coincide with the strike price of the puts that I notified to the members of my Discord earlier on today. As you guys can see here, you guys can actually take a screenshot of these alerts if you want to. If you're not in my Discord or in my Patreon in English. So well, this was a good alert today, and we'll see. So the SPY, is looking promising, guys, because we need a pullback. Yeah, most definitely. So
I think, though, Alvaro,
yeah,
I think that if you do get a negative PPI surprise, I think you're going to get the bounce. You have the okay from payrolls if the labor market is okay.
Okay.
And the market is more focused on the ultimate destination of tariffs, not what is happening on a day-to-day basis. Correct. I think you'd get that bounce.
So if it comes lighter than expected, right? Which was what I was...
No. Like you said, if we get a PPI... Actually... Like you said, it doesn't matter at all. If we get the gap down to the 20-day, okay, I think buyers step in.
Yeah, I also think so. 613 is a big level, guys. And I would be kind of interested in playing the bounce near 618. Yeah. 617, 50, 618. Okay. And we'll see if the 20 breaks, then we're buying puts, bro. More likely than not.
Absolutely. But dude, July is the second most favorable month for stocks on a seasonal basis. I would be stunned.
Correct. It could happen. You never know. We could have an exception to the rule, but yeah, I agree.
If it happens, then yeah, we buy puts.
There you go. Any questions about the SPY, guys? Are we on the same page? Potential bounce at 618. If it breaks, potential bounce at 613-ish. And if 613 breaks, we buy puts with both hands. No, I shouldn't have said that, but that would be a potential bearish setup, okay? Okay, so what stock are we kicking off? How do we join your English Discord? Let me see if I can share the link in the description box of the video. So, again, guys, and I am always saying this. So, what is going on here, guys? You know that I've been an advisor for Chris Haynes' server during almost 3 years. And the thing is that on Chris Haynes' server, we are too many people, guys. Lucky enough. We're killing it. So we are more than 30,000 people. So I am posting information on Chris' server on a daily basis, such as the call out that I told you guys about the pivot and this potential bounce stuff. I am also calling out individual stocks. But what I cannot do, guys, in a server with 30,000 people is answering your questions. It's impossible. I can't do it. So you guys told me during pretty much 2 years to start a Patreon and a Discord in English. So you could be more in touch with me. And I ended up doing it like, I don't know, a month and a half ago or 2 months. Yeah, it's a brand new Patreon because I have been running my Patreon in Spanish since a long time ago, almost 4 years and a half. And some of you guys were signing up for my Patreon in Spanish, and I ended up reimbursing you guys the money because you don't speak Spanish. You should speak Spanish. No, I'm kidding. So I ended up starting a Patreon and a Discord in English, and now I can do this, guys. Look, I can be in touch with you on a constant basis. So this is the main chat, and take a look. I am answering all of your questions, all of them, every single one of them. Look, every single question. Stocks, SPY, options, what do I think about this, about that? And my friend Dan is with us in our server as well. He provides a great value to the community. So if you want to sign up, that's okay. If you don't want to, it's okay as well, because I'm still calling out. I am calling balls and strikes here on Christian server, of course. There you go.
He's not lying though, guys. He really does pay attention to his server. He's answering questions pretty quickly, and if he takes too long, we have there's a moderator in there, Naka, that's like, hey, Alvaro, get back in here. So your questions will not go unanswered in his server.
Correct. Which I cannot do in Christian's, okay? But I'm still super active over there, okay? This was you guys' suggestion, and okay, I ended up doing it. Okay, I'm trying to get the link of my Patreon, and I will drop it in the live chat. So what's the first stock that we are going to go over? Let me see. Let's go over, how about Amazon? Let's go over Amazon.
Great pick.
Yeah. So by the way, today we got an unusual call option alert on Amazon. So put this down on a sticky note, guys. Take a look. Take advantage of this information. So last Friday, someone invested. No, last Monday. Sorry, guys. Today's Tuesday, but yesterday I was flying from New York to Charlotte. So for me, it's like Monday, but it's Tuesday. You guys get the drill. So yesterday, someone invested, in the case of Amazon, $1.7 million in call options expiring on September 19th with a strike of $240. This was a bullish bet. Amazon was able to go up today 0.29%, and it closed the trading session at $226.35. Guys, go figure this. Amazon is the most important holding inside consumer discretionary. That's a sector that trades inside the S&P 500. You guys should know, you guys should be aware of the fact that inside the S&P 500 we have 11 sectors. So this is the most important holding inside the consumer discretionary sector. And take a look at this. That sector closed today down 1.43%. Can you figure this, Dan? So the breadth inside XY was so negative that despite the fact that the heaviest stock inside this sector went up today, this sector closed in the red, 1.43%. Unbelievable.
That it is absolutely crazy. I think the talk of today's tape, quite honestly, was just a rotation back into AI.
Yeah, this was insane, guys. Today, we really had an ugly day. This was no joke. Okay, by the way, guys, let me see if because I just got the link of my Patreon in English for those who might be interested in signing up. And let me share the link with you guys over there. Let me see. So I can get this out of my way. And I think that you got it, right? There it is, guys. So that's the link, okay? You were asking for a Patreon and a Discord in English, and you were delivered a Patreon and a Discord in English. Okay, so circling back to Amazon. This is a good-looking chart, guys, above all the moving averages. And get these, guys, in a day in which most stocks out there got annihilated, this stock was able to pull off a tiny positive day, up 0.29% and closed the trading session at $227. So if Amazon can consolidate above this previous level of resistance at $226, this situation could be attracting buyers. And again, guys, keep this in mind. I I mean, we don't know quite yet, and I am not saying that that is going to be the case. If maybe we are in some sort of beginning of a corrective process, at least a tiny one, 5%, 10%, that would be healthy for the markets. So if the markets start to go down as a whole, as they did today, then obviously the technical analysis that I tell you guys about today is going to be subject to that situation. In regular market conditions, okay, a potential process of consolidation of Amazon above 227 could be attracting buyers. This is a very good looking chart. And we're talking about a stock that in the midst of a very ugly day, such as the one that we had today in breadth, or from a breadth standpoint, this is a stock that was able to go up. So say that Amazon consolidates above 227, maybe the door opens for $233. This is a previous level of resistance back from December of last year. Let me take a look at the market structure of Amazon. And by the way, Amazon is about to report, right? They must be reporting in 2 or 3 weeks or so. So maybe we could see some sort of potential front running of that report. Any thoughts about the upcoming report of Amazon, Dan?
I think that AWS is going to be pretty much as strong as everyone expects it to be. The big question is going to be what the retail side looks like. Prime Day, I think, actually ended up being a lot better than people expected. A couple lackluster first days, but the last day was strong. We'll just have to see if tariffs ended up eating into the margin of that business.
Okay, there you go. Awesome, bro. Agreed. And I think that actually the Prime Day sales were down, right? On a year-over-year basis? Or am I mistaken? I don't remember.
I am not 100% sure. I know the first 2 days were like really, really light and it scared people, and the last day was just really strong. I don't know how it stacks up year over year.
Okay. Well, as of now, the net aggregate opinion of the markets is looking bullish, so we'll see. Okay, guys.
Also, I see that Amazon is reporting August 7th, so you got 3 weeks.
Okay, 2-3 weeks. Okay, there you go. Thanks, buddy, for the information. Awesome. You rock, man. Okay, the market structure. Take a look. The demand is going down along with the supply, but you never want to see the demand going down. So this is a market structure chart, guys. So what you see on top is the demand. Look, demand, buyers, and supply sellers. The demand is going down along with the supply, but ideally you don't want to see the demand going down. So the 5-day moving average is upward sloping. So I would say that if I don't know, tomorrow or in the course of the week, Amazon breaks this upward sloping 5 DMA to the downside, $224. This situation could be attracting sellers into this technical chart. I wouldn't rule out a test of the 20-day moving average, $218, which happens to coincide with a previous level of resistance back from early June. And if we take a look at anchored VWAPs, guys, anchored volume weighted average price lines in the case of Amazon, I think that we don't have a lot of potential levels of overhead supply above the current price of Amazon, and we don't. Take a look. So these are...
Yeah, I think this thing's on a date with its 52-week high.
Yeah. How of the highs is it? Let me see.
240, right? So
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
10%. What is it? 225, 227, 5% away?
7%. Yeah. If the markets keep melting up, guys, this stock could easily go up to all-time highs. That's what the chart says. Okay. So again, any process of consolidation above 227 is very bullish behavior, and the 5 DMA breaks. The 5 DMA itself could be a potential level of support at 224. If that level breaks, keep an eye on the 20-day moving average near 218. This is a previous level of resistance that is coinciding with an upward sloping 20 DMA. So this could also be a potential level of support. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look at Nvidia. I like it. Let's go see Nvidia. So today we got good news, guys, because Nvidia is going to be selling. What's the name of the chip? Then
The H20,
which is a low performance chip.
Yeah, so they have the H20, the H100, and top of the line H200. So it's technically a fourth of the power. I didn't do that math right. A tenth of the power of the newest, lightest, or greatest and best.
Yeah, but they had a write down right on the last earnings report. So this is good news, man. It was a $5 billion write down, right? Because they couldn't sell chips to China, right? So this is good news. And I mean,
I just think it's a joke because they basically okayed them to sell the chip that they originally said they could no longer sell. There's no real difference.
Yeah, but so the stock made it up to all-time highs, 166, without being able to. So Nvidia wasn't able to sell these kind of chips to China. Now they will be able to sell those chips, right? So
yeah, I think this move is in anticipation of analysts needing to raise their numbers.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, guys. So today the rip got sold, but this is a very good looking chart. I mean, what can I say? Anything negative about Nvidia here? Nothing. Up today 4%. Most of those gains were made overnight because the rip got sold. Closed the trading session at $170. What I can say here, guys? What do you want me to say about Nvidia? If you guys ask me, in regular market conditions, even with a tiny pullback of the markets, guys, let's say that we pull back 5% on the SPY, the Qs, even 10%. I think that in such an important name as Nvidia, you don't make it up to 170, 180, and you don't. I mean, the likelihood for Nvidia to not fill the gap up to the big fat number of $200, I would say that is low. This stock starts consolidating, guys, above the upper sloping 5DMA, $164. And I think that we have $200 coming up sooner rather than later, potentially, because I always speak in probability terms. Say that the 5 breaks to the downside, keep an eye on $160. This is a previous all-time highs, previous resistance back from late June. But this is a very good looking chart, guys. Yeah, and mind you, guys, now this is the most important stock of the world by market cap. So if the SPY is going to retreat or pull back 5%, 8, 10%, which would be healthy given the current circumstances, Nvidia is going to have to take a hit necessarily. So if
pretty much agree with you there. On the first episode of our Charts and Checks podcast, I think you asked me if I thought 200 or 120 would come first, and I think we both landed on 200. Looks like we're going to get there.
Yeah, you're right. You said that. Yeah, so I am doing a podcast, guys, on Thursdays with my friend Dan. Don't miss it out. And we're doing a new episode this upcoming Thursday, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think TSM, SoFi, SoundHound.
Hey, how about that, huh? A deep analysis on SoFi, SoundHound, and TSM. TSM is reporting on Thursday morning, I think. Yeah, that is gonna be moving the semiconductor stocks as well. So yeah,
all the semiconductors had a great day.
Yeah. Go ahead, Juan.
Do you think 165 is a good entry for Nvidia?
Yeah, the 5DMA, it's upper sloping. It's a potential level of support. Yeah. Let me go see the market structure, by the way. Yeah, let me see. Let's go see what the demand.
You talking about for a trade, Juan?
Yeah, you're talking about a trade, right, Juan?
Yeah, just something to hold long term.
Long term.
If you want to hold long term, this is just my opinion. I'm primarily a long, like intermediate to long term investor. You probably want a little bit more of a pullback. As you could tell, Alvaro and I both think there's going to be some sort of pullback soon.
Yeah.
Maybe wait until you're in the midst of that.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No, that's fine, bro. Thanks for the question.
Of course, man.
Awesome. Perfect. The demand is stable, guys. It's flat. And the supply is going down, guys. So the supply is going down. The level of the demand is above the supply. Upward sloping 5DMA. So I would remain very bullish on Nvidia above 165. It's a potential level of support. And if that 5DMA breaks, I would be looking at 168 or maybe the 20-day moving average at 155. But I mean, this is a very good looking chart. We got very good news today. This stock made it up to 166 without Nvidia being able to sell chips to China. Now they will be selling chips to China. So this is a very bullish development, guys. So I remain bullish here. And I think, and as the podcast link, can you share it down there? And Dan, Hannah is asking about
to the first podcast.
Yeah, to the first podcast. Yeah, sure. I think that this stock is more likely headed to $200 than, I don't know, 150, 140. Yeah. If that 20 DMA breaks, then we're talking about something different, right? 150 breaks, we would be reconsidering that. Okay. Yeah. JP Morgan, let's go over JPM. Sure. So JPM kicked off the new earnings season. The report was very, very good. Very, very good. And I told you guys, when I said this to the members of my Patreon, that when it comes to banks' earnings, most of them go down regardless of whatever they report. And the rule, the rule was followed by the markets today. Take a look. It was a very good report, and JPM pulled back throughout the whole trading session, guys. Take a look. Super sharp. It didn't do much. That implies that they reported, or they posted a very good report. The report was already priced in. So take a look, guys. JPM has gone up since early April, 45%. We're talking about a bank. This is a bank. Best of breed. No doubt about it. But this is a bank, guys. It traded like a meme stock. So, I would keep an eye on the 20-day moving average here, guys, at 284. If JP Morgan breaks 284, this could be maybe a potential short opportunity down to 277. This is a previous all-time highs back from mid-June. If this 20 DMA holds as support, and it has been doing it, guys, take a look. So, guys, I want you to focus on this pink line that I am pointing out with my mouse. This is a 20-day moving average. Do you guys see it over there on YouTube? Look at this, guys. Support. Look here. Here to the penny, 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 to the penny. And now, would this test of the 20 DMA be the exception to the rule? But you guys can tell how buyers have stepped in every single time during the last 3 months that this 20 DMA was challenged. Look. So 284 holds. Yeah, JPM could be bouncing back up. I would rather see buyers recapturing as well the 5 DMA, the 5-day moving average, 286. A potential process of consolidation above the 5 DMA could open the door for a test of 294. Keep an eye on this level, guys. Wow, I mean, JPM is at a very interesting level here. Very interesting. And the report was very good. I was reading the report earlier on today. And, yeah. By the way, guys, if you are trading JPM, you have to keep an eye on the financial sector. I have been telling you guys about, and this is something that I am emphasizing a lot with the members of my Patreon. You need to get familiar with the correlations of the markets, guys. And sorry, guys, my eyes are tired today. Too many technical shorts.
We've all been there, man. We've all been there.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So, if you see XLF, the financial sector, going down, this is a negative setup if you want to go on JP Morgan. So
and for reference, JP Morgan is 10% of that ETF.
Go figure, right? Unbelievable. It's a big bank. One single stock, bro. Unbelievable. But this is best of breed, right? So yeah, I mean, XLF goes down, guys. Ticker symbol XLF. You have to be careful about JP Morgan. Say that tomorrow, guys. You see XLF getting killed. The SPY goes down and JPM breaks this 20 DMA to the downside. And this is the XLF. And this could be a potential short opportunity. Let me see the market structure of JP Morgan. We don't need to take a look at any anchor VWAPs, guys, because this stock is pretty much trading at all-time highs. We don't have important levels of overhead supply above the current price of JPM. Let me see if this information pulls up. JPM. Come on. There you go. Demand and supply. What do we see here? Take a look, guys. Do you see? The demand is going down and the supply is going up. I don't like this market structure. So based on the market structure that we are seeing, be careful with the 20 DMA, guys. This breaks 284. Maybe there's room down to 277. It's a bull market, baby. Yes, it is.
Honestly, I would expect support to come in around 270.
A bit lower. So you're looking at the 20 DMA, at the 50-day moving average. Okay. That could also be the case. Perfect. Even better, right? That would be
That'd be an excellent opportunity.
Yeah. The regular market conditions and taking into account that the company posted a very good report. Yeah. I would agree with that. Perfect.
I think right now the market cap at JP Morgan's like 800 billion or something like that. There's no reason this can't go to 1 trillion and get there.
It would be the first bank ever to reach a $1 trillion valuation, right?
The
Historic.
first pure bank, yeah.
Pure bank, correct. Exactly. There you go. So what other stock do you guys want to talk about? What about AMZU? Guys, I have been telling you this. And this is something that I was talking about with the guys that I got together with, guys and girls that I got together with in New York last Saturday. If you are going to trade a leveraged bull ETF of any stock, guys, and now, I mean, nowadays we have plenty of them. We have a bull ETF for Apple and a bull ETF for for Nvidia and for Tessie and for, I don't know, whatever, for MicroStrategy, Jesus Christ. But if you are trading these kind of leverage ETFs that are tracking an individual stock, you cannot do any technical analysis here. You need to take a look at the underlying stock. Don't look at this stock, AMZU. This is wrong, guys. Why is it? Because AMZU is tracking Amazon. So if you want to buy calls of, oh, by the way, you guys should know, and this is something that I told the people that I got together with in New York on Saturday. Did you know that these kind of leveraged ETFs are meant for day trading and overnight trading? Did you guys know that? You guys probably don't know that, right? So if you read, guys, the prospectus of these kind of leverage ETFs, you will see that they state clearly that these ETFs are meant for day trading or overnight trading. So these kind of ETFs decay over time. They have like some sort of theta decay on it. Be careful. Be careful and don't do technical analysis on leveraged ETFs. Okay, that being said, let's go see.
You nailed it, Alvaro. Like they literally market them as single day use securities. I would go as far as to just say this, like, why add that layer of complication?
Correct.
This is hard enough as it is. Just keep things simple.
Bingo. Well said, bro. This is already hard enough, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay. Apple, down 0.23% today, closed at $209. Guys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Apple hasn't done anything in months. Every move gets faded, either the upside or the downside. So I don't know. I don't feel like starting a trade here on Apple. I can make a case. We can make a case that if Apple recaptures the 5 and the 100 DMA at $211, a potential process of consolidation above that level, this potentially could be attracting buyers, and Apple maybe could pull up to 216. But take a look at these guys. We have a downward sloping 200-day moving average, 200 DMA in red. So some people say that nothing good happens under a declining 200 DMA. So, I mean, I don't feel like starting here to trade on Apple. Maybe, as I just said, guys, a potential process of consolidation above 211 could attract buyers here, but this is not a stock that I am looking at as of now. And if this tariff situation, keeps going, and if we don't happen to get another taco Trump, especially when it comes to China, this stock is going to be very affected, more likely than not. Any thoughts on Apple, Dan? Well, let's take a look at.
I pretty much agree with you. It's maybe worth mentioning. They recently signed an agreement. Maybe it was this morning. Signed an agreement with MP Materials to get some sort of allocation of rare earth magnets. So that's interesting, but like you said, doesn't move the needle. I think that for this stock to work, they're going to need to buy a huge stake in something like Perplexity to show that they're not sleeping on AI anymore. Because absent that, you're 100% correct. If the China tariff stuff starts going the wrong way, this company's going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, there's a risk to it. There's a risk, guys. If you're trading this, or if you want to swing trade Apple, Be mindful that supposedly the new deadline for tariffs is going to be on August 1st, and if we don't have another taco Trump, and the markets believe that we are going to get a big taco Trump once again, but if that isn't the case, this stock is going to take a hit. I don't like the market structure. The demand is going down. I don't know. I mean, I don't see any reason to trade Apple at these levels. And if we take a look at anchor VWAPs, in the case of Apple, we can take a look at some anchor VWAPs here. Let's go see. And you guys are asking about MP materials. We'll go over it. Take a look, guys. An anchor VWAP, an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from all-time highs, is signaling as of now $214. That implies that the average market participant that started a position on Apple when Apple reached $260 back in late December of last year has an average cost of $214. So this is a potential level of resistance. Why? Because we have buyers trapped over here. I'm holding the back. So say that Apple takes out 214. So 214 going. Take a look at the level that Apple recently failed at, guys. 214 exactly. Back on July 7th. So say that this setup maybe plays out, guys. A potential process of consolidation above the 100 and the 5-day moving average. 211 from 211 to 214. This could be how much? A 2.29% profit trade. But I don't necessarily like the technical chart here. Let's go see Meta. I'll take it. We were taking a look at Meta today. Take a look at these guys, by the way. This is a stock that I was being asked over and over again today during the trading session. And take a look. Let me see if I can pull up. This is my Discord live Alvaro. So here I am calling out certain stocks. And someone asked about Meta earlier on today. And is this I don't see. I don't find it here now. It got to be on the main chat. So I was telling, I think it was a girl that asked me about the stock. So yeah, I was telling them about the 20-day moving average, and it did give rise to a tradable bounce, but Meta couldn't hold the 20 DMA into the closing bell. It was not a good close, and it also lost the 5-day moving average to the downside. I don't have the information here. I am posting too much information, guys, on Discord during the trading sessions. So let me go back to the technical chart. I think this is the one. There you go. Take a look, guys. This was earlier on today. So Meta was pulling back because it failed at bursting above this white line. This is the 5-day moving average. It started to go down. And I pointed out the 20-day moving average as a potential level of support. This was a bit before, I think. Let me see. It's got to be somewhere around here. And it did bounce.
Hey, if you check the main, I forwarded the chart you sent to Meta.
Oh, okay. Awesome. There you go. Ah, perfect. Here it is. So take a look, yeah. 20 DMA, it bounced off that level, but into the closing bell, the 20-day moving average was broken to the downside. This technical chart isn't looking good here, guys. Yeah, the bulls need to step in and bring price above 715. A potential process of consolidation above 715 could open the door for a test of the 5-day moving average at $721. So not a good looking chart here. We'll see, because if tomorrow we happen to have like a general positive reaction to the PPI, Meta could be a beneficiary of that situation. So above 715, maybe the door opens for 721, 5-day moving average. But if this 20 DMA is not recaptured by the bulls, we can see lower prices here, guys. What could be maybe $700? This is a previous level of resistance back from early June that is coinciding with a fat number, $700. So this could be a potential level of support for Meta. Let me see the market structure of Meta. Let's see if we see something interesting. Because again, guys, many stocks didn't have a good close today, but we cannot judge today's price action in isolation when it comes to individual stocks, because most stocks out there went down today. The vast majority of stocks went down today. We had a nasty day, guys, from a breadth standpoint. If we take a look at Meta, And some of you guys are asking about MP Materials, and I'm still not clear about the story behind MP Material. So I'm gonna ask my friend Gorilla with glasses. So the market structure is looking decent, guys. The demand is flat, and the level of the demand is above relative to the level of the supply. Demand buyers, supply sellers. But I need to see buyers here stepping in and recapturing the 5 DMA, guys. An absolute no touch here below 715. And I'm curious about I am curious about an anchor VWAP from all-time highs, guys, for Meta. Let's go see Meta. So the new all-time highs, it just made a new all-time highs. Yes, it did. Look, so an anchor VWAP, guys, that comes from all-time highs of Meta is signaling as of now $724. That implies that the only buyers that are trapped here in the case of Meta with unrealized losses as of now are the ones that started position when Meta hit $747 back in late June. So those market participants on average have an average cost of $723. That is a potential level of overhead supply from which Meta could be retracing or could be pulling back. 723. Yeah, it failed right up there today, guys. Take a look. Today's high was 725. So these market participants decided to close their positions. Breaking even. Meta broke the 5, the 20-day moving average to the downside. And yeah, wait until buyers show up here and show some strength. I think that Meta is also reporting soon, right, Dan?
Yeah, Meta generally reports same time as Amazon, so
Correct.
early August.
Yeah. So, any thoughts about the upcoming report?
I think next to Palantir, Meta may be the only company that's really proven they've made money on AI as a use case and not just selling GPUs.
Correct.
So I expect them to have a fantastic report. I don't really think this economy is nearing recession. I think the advertising business is going to be strong, and I'd be shocked if they were losing grounds on engagement with Reels and other stuff like that. I think it's going to be a business as usual quarter. Just depends on what the market has priced in at the time it reports.
Yeah, the company's killing it. The only thing that I would be kind of scared about would be capital expenditures, which are supposedly out of control. But those investments, have.
You're right. The capital expenditures are big, but I think if they, let's just say they meet their revenue, they guide really well, the earnings are great, the market's not going to care what they're spending because they're making it work, right?
Yeah, this is a free cash flow machine, guys. Unbelievable. This is a great company. This is really a great company. In case of a further pullback, where would you be interested in picking up Meta over here? Like anticipating a potential front running into the upcoming earnings report?
If it pulls back, where would I get it? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, correct. In case
I would probably be really patient. I think this has had an insane run. I would look somewhere in like the 675 area to buy more. It's my third largest position in a handful of my portfolios, so I'm not looking to be jumpy about it. Okay. But 675, that's like the 50-day. It also coincides with a couple of areas where the stock kind of stopped on its way up. Correct. So that sounds good to me.
Yeah, maybe if this 20 DMA isn't recaptured, guys, take a look at the position of the 50-day moving average, 50 DMA. It is upward sloping, it is rising. This is a potential level for a bounce. Yep.
Did you want to talk a little about MP?
Oh, yeah. What is going on with this company, guys, that you are asking me so much about? MP Materials. I don't know anything about this company. Oh, my God.
So I'll keep this. Also, I don't know if I'm live on your, or not live on your stream, if I'm watching your stream correctly. You just have the CNBC website up.
Bro,
this, put up a chart.
But hold, bro. This thing has gone up 100% in 4 trading sessions. What is going on here?
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, MP is the only rare earth mineral mine in the United States. Okay. They're based in Mountain Pass, California. This has been trading really, really well as tensions with China have gone up, and then it does the inverse when things go well, because if we're not going to get rare earths from China, the only place you can get them tariff-free is from this company. Oh. What the huge jump is right there was them securing a DoD partnership for a rare earth mineral mine, and I think I don't know what the correct term is for refining it, but basically they got a great DoD contract to work with them, and headlines this morning about Apple investing in them and the Pentagon continuing to work with them. This company basically just got the government nod, and the government checks when it comes to rare earths, which can be used for everything from EVs to missiles to helicopters to drones. The market's anticipating it being a big check.
Perfect. I didn't know that. Well, it's good to know. So, guys, don't chase it here. Be careful. Don't chase it here.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't chase it here. I mean, don't short it, but don't chase it here. I don't short rocket chips. I just don't do it. I respect the trend. Wait until sellers step in and show strength. Maybe, I don't know, MP materials closed or breaks at this previous level of resistance to the downside, $51. Or maybe this could be a potential level of support from which MP materials could be bouncing back up. But this is a no touch at the current levels. I mean, in my opinion, is there any more upside here? No, this is an all-time highs, guys.
You'd have to look at like what the market cap is, and you'd have to know the private details of the contract. So I couldn't tell you.
No, don't chase it here, guys. Stay away from this, from either the long side or the short side, and let's wait for a test of $51.
Also, if you go ahead and that full chart again,
yeah,
it's worth mentioning that MP was a SPAC. So when you see that massive run early after its IPO, I don't know if it's fair to say that is like indicative of market memory, or there's buyers and sellers there. It was a SPAC. It benefited from the SPAC boom. It's hard to look at those old levels.
I figure, and I don't know. I figure that they don't even are making any revenue, right? Let me see. Oh no, they do. No, they do. No,
they're making profit though.
No, they do. They are a profitable company. P ratio forward, and a price to sales of 36. So I take it back. Yeah, I mean, I guess that
that's crazy.
I guess that the price to sales has gone, parabolic because of this run to the upside. But yeah, they are a profitable company.
Yeah, but that cannot be taken into account what will be government spending on their revenue. Like the future price to sales, not that it's listed there, has to be a lot lower.
But go figure. So it trades at 24 times forward earnings. If they're gonna have like a massive source of revenue coming in because of the government stuff, maybe this forward P ratio could expand way more. But I would
anticipate that it would. You have a extremely unique asset. It's the only tariff-free way in the United States to get access to rare earth minerals. The real question is going to be, because this is not a matter of just making more trinkets. This is a matter of like going into the earth and getting stuff out of it. And you just don't know if they're going to have the physical demand. It's two mines,
So here's the deal, guys. The story is very sexy. Very, very, very sexy. This is a profitable company. So we see a test of $51. I think this dip gets bought up. More likely.
Yeah, for sure. This is a name that no one has any real exposure to.
Oh, yeah. This is a very sexy story, guys. Very sexy. Let me see if I can see the market structure, and we'll go over it. Google, of course. Not a problem. Which was an unusual collapse alert that did play out today. And take a look. The market structure looks very good, guys. The demand is going up. The supply is going down. So this could be a potential buy the dip opportunity, $51, if the markets don't fall apart because whatever reason. So, in regular market conditions, let's just put it that way. Hey, let's go over Google. GOOG. What is going on here? Wow, I'm having so much fun. This is crazy. An hour. So, perfect. Google, and up to date, in a day in which the markets got annihilated. Not annihilated, guys. Maybe I am exaggerating that. Today we had an ugly day from a breadth standpoint. And what was take a look. So today's high was 185, and Google opened this session yesterday at 180. So take a look at this, guys, and it fell off a cliff after that into the closing bell. Something should have happened here. Yeah, it went down. No.
That is peculiar.
Yeah, it went down, Yeah, take a look, guys. So put this down on a sticky note. Another unusual collapse alert. This one did play out. So yesterday, take a look. Let me show you the alerts from yesterday's trading session. So last Friday, take a look. Someone invested, an institution, of course, $1.3 million on collapses of Google, expiring on December 19th with a strike of $200. So take a look. How can we evaluate this unusual collapse alert that was posted on my Discord? Look. So Google opened yesterday's session at 181, guys. And from yesterday's market open until the highest level that Google reached today, 185.44. This stock went up 2.46%. This alert did play out. And the chart looks good. Let me pull up here the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, this is a very good looking chart. Actually, guys, this technical chart of Google looks kind of similar relative to Amazon's. Yeah, so we have a previous level of resistance here. This could be some sort of ascending triangle. We have an upward sloping 5-day moving average. Google is trading above all the moving averages. So Google consolidates above 182.50-ish. Yeah, the next potential gap to the upside could be $190. This is a very good looking chart, guys. And this stock showed today relative strength in a day in which, I don't know, like 85% of stocks went down. So this is a very good looking chart, guys. Let me see the market structure of Google, which, by the way, is also about to report in, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. So Google, the demand is going down and the supply is going up. So the market structure, guys, of Google is warning us that maybe sellers are about to step in. That could be the case. How can we confirm that sellers are stepping in here, guys? So what would I do with this market structure in which I am seeing the demand going down? I need to reconcile this market structure chart with a 4-hour chart of Google. So I would need to see the 5-DMA breaking to the downside. 180. Above 180 and above 182, this technical chart could be attracting buyers into it. Let me see an anchor VWAP to see if we have any important levels of potential overhead supply above the current price of Google. Let's go see Alphabet. No, nothing, guys. Look, an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs is signaling as of now $166. So the average market participant that started a position on Google when this stock reached its highest price ever has an average price as of now of $166. So that implies that we don't have many levels of overhead supply above the current price of Alphabet from which this stock could be finding buyers trapped at. So this is a very good looking chart, and I think that maybe higher prices are coming up for Google. Are you feeling bullish on Alphabet, Dan? Is Dan there?
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I just
that's fine,
misplaced my key.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think I think the chart is telling you the story. I personally I just think the story is a little murky.
Oh,
but
by the way,
telling me that
I gotta interrupt you. Please tell the guys what you have been telling me about Reddit in regard to Alphabet.
Oh yeah, sure. So ever since they announced their collaboration with Gemini AI and Reddit, these two charts have been really, really similar to each other. Mm-hmm. And it looks like a breakout in Google could be foretelling a breakout in Reddit. It looks like the two are going to be positively correlated to the upside here. For a little while, Reddit's chart looked better than Google's. Now Google's looks better than Reddit. But Reddit also managed some relative outperformance today, if I remember correctly. I don't know if maybe they didn't hold it into the close. Looks like they didn't slightly down today.
It's about, we have over here the 20 and the 5-DMA pretty much coinciding, creating a potential support zone. We're talking about Reddit here, guys. So above 145, this technical short could be attracting buyers.
This thing got blocked around 165 or something like that, which also happens to coincide with the level that it started the year at. Sometimes when a stock is down year to date, it has a really hard time going back into the positive. Mm-hmm. But when it gets there, the breakout's nice. Okay. So, I'm personally long Reddit as a trade. I got my stops where I have my stops. I'm not long Google, but if you wanted to go long Google, you certainly could just place your stop probably at the top of the range it just broke out of. You don't want to see it go back into the prior range for Google, that is.
Would you say that Reddit could be a beneficiary of a better than expected report in the case of Google whenever they report?
100%, because you have to assume that some of the, I think better than report from Google, maybe what's more important, let's just say their CapEx is higher. Some of that CapEx is going to Reddit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this would be a direct beneficiary of Google's report. That's super interesting.
100%. Like the results being good for Google will of course benefit Reddit just from like a technical perspective. But I think if the market then like looks through the capex the same way we're like, oh, this is really good for Nvidia, that Google is still spending on chips. You'll also be able to say, oh, this is really good for Reddit. Google's still spending on their database.
Yeah, great, perfect, awesome. AMD, there you go, advanced money destroyer. This is no longer an advanced money destroyer.
Holy.
Take a look at this. Up today, 6%. Closed the trading session at $155.61. Quick question, bro. So, Nvidia is selling their low performance chips to China. What's the benefit for AMD about this situation, in your opinion?
I don't think there is one.
Correct, because they don't sell any chips to China, right? Do they? Or
Yeah, no, they don't. This is purely it going up in sympathy, and the only reason it was up 6% and Nvidia was up 4% is because Nvidia dwarfed the size. Like if you compare the market cap gain, Nvidia's market cap gain was a lot larger than AMD's absolute value of market cap gain. This to me feels like a bit of a fake out. People are kind of trying to play catch up. They think AMD is a number 2 or is going to somehow benefit directly. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case.
And AMD trades inside the SMH, the semiconductor ETF, and today
100% it does.
And today Nvidia was the, was the stock that did the heavy lifting, guys, inside the SMH on the semiconductor ETF. So in the case of AMD, guys, and you're asking, we have a previous high here, 147. I wouldn't chase it here. Say that AMD pulls back down to 147. This is a previous level of resistance that now could be acting as support, and on top of that, 147 is slightly above an upward sloping 5-day moving average. So AMD could be bouncing back up from 147. This is a potential level of support. In case that we see a bit of profit taken here. This is a very good looking chart, by the way.
I actually think it's a fantastic looking chart, and I'm sure I'll regret saying this. I don't think this is one I would chase even on a positive retest. I just got a feeling that when the music stops, people are going to realize that they weren't pricing in the right thing. I just don't know who AMD is selling to that would justify this kind of optimism.
Yeah. Correct. And again, keep an eye on Nvidia if you're trading AMD because, Nvidia is the largest.
Oh, hold on. Let me respond to something I see in your chat there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying AMD is a bad company. I'm saying that AMD doesn't deserve to be up 6% in a tape where Nvidia is up 4%. The difference is that it's rallying on the wrong news. I love Lisa Su. I think she's a fantastic CEO, one of the smartest in the semiconductor space. She took that company from like $2 a share or $10 a share to this. It's going to be a great investment over time. I just think that the stock is not rallying on the right reason.
Yeah. And this is a very good looking short, and I think that they buy the dip here, guys, unless we see a general correction in the semiconductor space. And again, guys, if you're trading AMD, keep an eye on Nvidia. Nvidia is a tide that is lifting all boats over there. But above 147, 148, this could be a viable, pullback here. Say that this level breaks and the 5-day moving average is also broken to the downside. Keep an eye on the 20, guys. 138, 134. Okay, there you go, Frilly. Awesome. Let me take a look at the market structure of AMD. Wow, this been a great live stream. Yeah. AMD. Let's see. So the market structure, guys, is. So this is another thing that I should highlight about these market structure charts, guys, is that they are updated every 24 hours. So today AMD went on a tear. So yeah, we shouldn't necessarily be taking a look at the market structure chart because today we got very good news. And yesterday we saw semiconductors under pressure. So let's skip the market structure of AMD here. And in terms of anchor VWAPs, I am curious, guys, about where are the buyers that started their positions on AMD from all-time highs. I am very curious about it. Wow, take a look, guys. This could be a major breakout to the upside. Take a look at this white line, guys. This is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from all-time highs, a VWAP. So the second AMD took out 140, this was a major bullish development, guys, because despite the fact that AMD is still way off the highs, way off its most recent all-time highs, we don't really have a lot of buyers trapped above the current price of AMD. This stock could keep going.
I mentioned this in the Discord.
Yeah.
When you have an air pocket,
Correct.
there's not a lot of resistance, and that's why I said before I, shit talked AMD that I'm gonna regret saying it.
No, you
I had a
didn't.
feeling the chart was gonna look like
But
this.
you didn't say that.
There's plenty more space for this to run.
You didn't say that. We said that. So, okay, guys, let's clarify this. So, the good news today, in regard to semiconductors, for the most part, was the news on Nvidia. And Nvidia is a tide that lifts all boats in the semiconductor space. So AMD, as of now, as far as we know, isn't selling any chips to China. So this is not a significant portion of AMD's revenue. And AMD went up today more than Nvidia. You're making a very good point here, 6%. So is this negative for AMD? Of course not. But yeah, maybe it was a bit of an overreaction. So the stock reacted positively to some news that is not directly related to it, but it is in an uptrend. So the technical short keeps attracting buyers. Yeah.
You're right. I think the point I was trying to make, at least, like you nailed it. This news is really Nvidia specific, and Nvidia was the tide that raised all boats. Like
Correct.
Today's move in AMD was purely multiple expansion.
Correct.
Whereas Nvidia's, you could argue, had to do with a fundamental upgrade in the revenue.
Correct. There you go. Awesome. Are you reading the chat? Yes, we are. Okay, guys, let's do one more stock before I wrap it up, because I still need to make a video in Spanish. Let's go over Uber. Let's finish the live stream with Uber.
This is my favorite stock.
Oh no, don't say that. For real?
It's so sad.
Wow. I mean, it is pulling back. It is trading below a downward slope in 5 DMA. I would be expecting the 20-day moving average to provide some sort of support potentially. It is coinciding with a previous level of support. Say that Uber holds $91.40. This stock could be going up. By the way, today, Uber usually, guys, trades inversely relative to Tesla. It trades. There is some sort of like an inverse correlation between Uber and Tesla. And today we got bad news about Tesla, about the regulations when it comes to full self-driving and stuff like that. But I don't know. Since today we had a nasty day in general terms in the markets, Uber didn't benefit from the bad news on Tesla. So keep an eye on $91.50. If this holds, maybe we have a potential test of the 5-day moving average. Coming up, $95. If this 20 DMA breaks, I would be curious about the 50. The 50 is coinciding, and this could be another interesting spot, guys. So we have a rising 50-day moving average that is coinciding with a previous level of resistance back from early June. Potential level of support as well here for Uber. Any thoughts about Uber here, Gorilla, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, man. I've been an investor in Uber. Got kind of fortunate and picked it up between 2022 and 2023. I've been in this stock for a very long time. It trades funny. It's a weird stock. If you get a chance to get it on a breakdown, I'd go ahead and I would grab some. There's a lot of great investors in there. Mm-hmm. And just to comment on what you said about Tesla and the inverse relationship between Tesla and Uber, I'm kind of hoping that eventually starts to fade a little bit. But there are literally ETFs. They're called Battle Strategy. That they go long Uber and short Tesla, and the other one goes short Tesla and long Uber. So it's just ingrained. There are literally there's volume trading that makes what we're talking about happen.
Does that exist? I never heard of it, bro.
Yeah, I'll send you the tickers later.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. So they short Uber and they buy Tesla. That's crazy. Josh Brown was saying today in CNBC, guys, that every single robotaxi company will be partnering it up with Uber. Beautiful stuff. Super bullish because they have the software, they have the infrastructure to run the business. So yeah,
they also have the logistics for the fleet.
Correct.
Got to manage all those cars.
Correct. The Anchor VWAP that comes from the former all-time highs is signaling $88. So this is a potential level of support. $88 is pretty much coinciding with the 50-day moving average. So if the 20 breaks, keep an eye on the 50-day moving average coinciding with a previous level of resistance and coinciding with an anchor VWAP that comes from a former all-time highs. And the market structure of Uber looks good, I think. Look, yeah, wow, the demand is through the roof, guys. So, well, maybe they buy the dip on Uber. Yeah. Hey, guys, so keep an eye on our podcast. It's coming out on Thursday, okay? So subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and that's it, guys. Let's wrap it up. I still have a lot
Great
to
stream
do.
today, guys. Hope everyone got
Bro.
something out of it. It was fun chatting with you guys.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Thank you very much, bro. Have a good one, okay?
You too, man.
Thank you, guys. Take care. See you guys. I guess that on Thursday, right? In our podcast. Take care, guys. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.